Los Angeles, California. It's Landed Late Night. Tonight's guest, Christina Kirkman. And now, your host, Haley Ringo.
Welcome to Landed Late Night with me, your host, Haley Ringo. Tonight we have an amazing guest. You know her as Christina Kirkman from All That, You Pick Live, Time Live, Teen Nick, but now she's going to be your new favorite boss bitch on OWN's upcoming show, Ambitions. Please let your hair down for my girl, Christina Kirkman! Hey, twerk it out, baby, twerk it out. I love you so much! Look at this, mama! I'm just going to grab your ass the whole episode.
Do you ever get so excited your butt's...
Yeah, you're
That's how I feel.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's a little bit prior to Valentine's, but you know.
We're here.
We're here, and we're each other's lovers. So.
Cheers. Not creepy.
Is this what
Weird.
you like?
That's what I like.
Oh my god. Oh! Well, you know.
I have on fuzzy shoes. I just wanted to make that apparent.
Yeah,
that
let's
I'm
make
here.
that freaking apparent.
They're fuzzy.
Darling.
They're fuzzy.
So, do you remember how we met?
Yes.
Like, does this jog your memory?
Well, I do, but
Like-
the more important, that specifically, I had like
That's
dreams
what,
of that.
it's jogging it. Yeah. We met at a Grindr event.
Yes.
And it was actually at a Comic-Con convention.
Yes, definitely. It would
And
be.
they had a Grindr booth, and we were both drawn to that.
Yep.
So we thought,
Let's
here
be
we
there
are. And
together.
then I was twerking on some like random security guard.
Yep.
And you were twerking
On the other one.
on the other
Mhm.
one. And then we were like,
Making
twerking.
eye contact, yeah. Upside down, like
exactly.
that. Yeah.
Eye contact. And then from there on, we just hit it off. And now we're lovers and Valentine's Day and celebrating together. So you are from Boston,
Yes.
and you won Nickelodeon Search for Funniest Kid in America.
Yeah.
The kid who will become a regular cast member on All That, the funniest kid in America is Christina Kirkman! Wow!
Which is how you got on All That.
Right.
But I do think he's got the look. But I don't think he's got the look.
This is all that. This is all that. So, what was that experience like? Were you with your mom and she was like, I think my daughter's like super funny?
I saw the commercial on TV. It was like, it was called Are You All That? Search for the Funniest Kid in America.
And you are.
Thank you.
You are.
But I recently went home for the holidays, and my dad transferred all like the VHSs to DVDs,
Okay.
and I watched my home videos for the first time as an adult. And you see these videos, and I was an only child. My dad would put the video camera down for like 2 hours, and I would just like make up dance routines or dance in the store, like weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I told my dad, I was like, I need to audition for this. And he was like, okay, great. Like went and got the video camera, and like no chance to like comprehend what we were doing. It was just like, okay, you want to do it, let's do it. So, I recorded some, we had some scripts, and then there were some like do some impersonations. And I
Do you remember?
I do. And I
Just
have
do
so many
one.
questions for myself.
To my belly button. No. Who's there? Elmo.
Because
I mean, yeah, looking back at like anything from like more than 6 years ago, you
you're
always
like,
are like,
why?
what was I thinking?
Right. And then the one that I have a question about is I did a breakdancing rapping DJ.
Hey, Daniel's cracked the door. We're gonna bring down the house. We're gonna bring down the house.
And I still at this point didn't even understand that acting was a career that you
Right.
could actually take. I was just like, I am 10 years old. I like to make people laugh. Let's freaking do it. So the contest was about over 10,000 people, and I didn't really think anything of it. I kind of just did it, and then I made top 50, and then I made top 10, and I was like, whoa, this is like really happening. Made top 5. Top 5 was flown to LA. I had never been to California. I had never acted. I had never met celebrities, and all of a sudden I was in Hollywood with like all of my idols, and
Yeah.
then they were like, okay, so you're not only going to meet your idols, you're going to work with them, you're going to memorize scripts, like all of this stuff that I had never done. And that was the first time that I became shy, which had never happened. We had to, each one of the top 5 had to do a sketch with one of the members of All That. So I was with Jamie Lynn Spears, Lisa Foyles, Taryn Killam, and Kyle Sullivan, which I was like, oh my God. And I had a choreographed dance, and I had all these lines. So rehearsal, I bombed, like completely bombed. Like even as a kid, I was like, whoa, that's what if, like I bombed. Didn't remember my,
Because
like,
this was all like live. Did they film it live or how did
they did a live studio audience,
Okay.
but then it was aired, the following week.
Okay.
But this was rehearsal. So I just remember being out there and it was just like all cameras and like a million people on set and I just blanked. I forgot all my lines. I forgot my choreography. I didn't really give it like 100%.
Right.
And I felt it at the end of it like, shit, that was bad.
Yeah.
And my parents, who were always and still to this day very like, whatever you want to do, we will support you.
Yeah.
Never pushed me into anything. My mom specifically pulled me aside and was like, listen, if you finish this and decide you never want to do this again, we will pack our bags and go home. But you're here. We know how talented you are. Like, you can do this. Just give it 100%. That way, if you decide you don't want to do it,
Yeah.
at least you know you did. Mm-hmm. Then when we actually filmed it, I did it. I did what I would do when my dad was recording me in the kitchen. I just went all out. And yeah, everybody was cheering, and the producer came down and gave me a big hug, and I remember that was a really cool feeling. I went to school for broadcast journalism, and I was like, hated it. Like by year 2, I knew I was like, I don't want to do this. But it's at that point where like you're so invested, and it's like, I don't want to like start over. Like,
Right.
what do I do? So, but I kind of didn't know yet I wanted to act. I was still, like I went to Emerson, so it was super inviting of my experience.
It's a liberal arts school, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I was a little bit more comfortable talking about it, but still I was like, no, I don't want to do that again. So, I kind of just kept doing journalism, and then my senior year, first semester, I studied in Los Angeles, and I interned at Comedy Central.
Okay.
And that's when I knew, like, I gotta get back into it.
Yeah.
And it was this weird time where I was like, I was an intern, so I was treated as an intern. I wasn't allowed to really like talk or just look down and it
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe. Just get coffee and cater to these comedians.
Yeah.
Virtually. So it was like I was doing press releases and I was cutting reels and all that stuff. And I remember being like, God damn, like I want to be there.
Right.
And it's right there. Now what do? I have to start all over again. I know I don't want to do journalism. I want to make money and live,
Yeah.
but I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job. What the hell do I do? I'll be an actor again. This is super easy. And in my mind, I was like, okay, super chill. I'm going to move back to LA. I know people. I was already a series regular. Someone's just going to be like, here you go, series regular again. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm fine. And I went into the industry again for the wrong reasons. Came back to LA, realized I had no money, no recent experience, no representation. Everybody that I knew before either didn't answer my phone calls or was working somewhere else. And it was this slow process of swallowing my pride and starting all over again, going to acting classes, going to workshops, like auditioning again. And I'm so happy I got to do that because there were a million times where I was like, okay, Christina, the easiest thing to do right now is just go work a 9-to-5 job. Like, you graduated with honors, you've been offered really great jobs, just go do that. And I knew what I was doing was meant for me. And this is why actors are all a little crazy in the head, because even though I wasn't working and I was making no money and I was being rejected every day, the 9-to-5 job is still what scared me the most.
Straight
And
up.
I'm like, why? You know when you're going to work, you know when you're leaving, you know when you're getting paid. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, no, that's miserable. And that's when I knew, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Absolutely.
I found a way to, like, as soon as I was done doing my day job, whatever that was, being a hostess, being a front desk reception, it was like, I'm going to go home. And from the second I get home to the second I go to bed, do something to make me feel like I'm a little bit closer, whether it's like writing or shooting skits or dropping off headshots at casting offices, like whatever. I was always doing it, and that's when I kind of knew, like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
If with this industry too, like, it doesn't matter how good you are or how hard you work, so much of it is out of your control, or you can't get cast in something because you look like the lead or whatever, or you're too short, or so I always found myself in those situations where I was like, it was always something.
Recently and currently filming in Hotlanta mainly, right?
Yes.
For Ambitions, which is a new series coming out on OWN Network, Oprah's Network. Your character is Lori.
Yes.
And she's a badass boss bitch.
She is. The role that I'm playing now, Lori, I auditioned for, it was a self-tape. and I self-taped, and then a month had passed, totally forgot about the audition. And then my agent called and she's like, you're on a veil for that Ambitions. And I'm like, I don't even remember auditioning for that. And then I was like, oh, okay, I remember. And I was like, it's on OWN. And she's like, yeah. And then I was like, wow, that's so weird. My grandmother was obsessed with Oprah. Yeah, I don't have any, it was crazy because I also booked off a self-tape, which doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Ambitions is, it's juicy. It's so funny. Every time we have a table read or we get the scripts, it's like we're all just passing the torch of like who's gonna do the weird shit this week. And it's like, okay, this week it's me, fabulous. I mean, it's sex, betrayal, cheating, politics, lying, power, strong words, adjectives, yeah, exclamation points. It's just, it's everything that you love. It's just a lot of people trying to get to the top and what people do to get to the top and all of the juice that comes with it. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really, really good. So with Lori, who I've been envisioning when I play her is Blair from Gossip Girl.
Okay.
Mixed with Serena. Everything she does is very calculated and very confident. So you can't show any signs of like questioning anything. She just has to captivate the entire room, which can be difficult. But it's also fun too because I think it's made me a lot more confident in real life.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is
I'm
how
like,
I
oh
can do
yeah,
this.
yeah. Lori's like me. Like she is actually very sensitive and actually does have a heart, but she just, you know, she has a powerful dad and she has enemies and she's just trying to be kind of stone cold and it's hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's,
Ugh.
she's
Well.
gonna be cool.
Well, I'm so excited to see that. It's going to be freaking amazing.
My butt cheeks started clenching again.
Yeah,
'cause, like, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Okay.
Oh no, oh no.
We have a game for you tonight, Mama. It's gonna be a wild ride, so y'all get ready.
I'm nervous.
It sounds like a chill game of truth or dare,
It always is. Nothing's
but
chill
it
with it.
ain't. We magically have more champagne and also a cup filled with truth or dare questions. There's
Fabulous.
3 truths and 3 dares. Each of us is gonna draw, and we'll just see how the cookie crumbles. Do you want to go first?
Worst date you've ever been
Oh
on.
yes, Mama.
You know what's weird? I haven't been on a lot of horrible dates because I'm perfect. No. I've been in a lot of long-term relationships. So I didn't have that like dating period because it's like
Like a
ain't nobody got time
shitty,
for that.
really long.
But I do have a weird story because for me it was just like I have to know you long enough to know that you're not a sociopath.
Yeah. Well.
Before you can take me out one-on-one. But now that we're talking about sociopath,
You didn't date a sociopath.
I did not date a sociopath. Well, I mean, realistically, I think I've dated a few. But this is not about them.
Same.
Let's not make it about them. I was seeing this guy in college for a little bit, casually. And one night I was over, we were hanging out, we watched a movie, and I was like, okay, I'm going to leave. And he was like, well, let me pay for your, this is before Uber, so he's like, let me pay for your taxi. And I'm like, it's fine, it's literally a $5 taxi, don't worry about it. He's like, oh, yeah. And then I go downstairs, I get in the taxi, and I'm like, oh, something feels weird. And I take my shoe off, and there's a $100 bill in my shoe. And all these things happened. One, I was like, oh shit, I stole someone's shoes. They were mine. Then I was this is how it went. I was like, these aren't my shoes. No, they're mine. And then I was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. He wanted to cover my Uber. And then I was like, wait a second, he thinks I'm a prostitute because he knows I live down the street, but a very cheap prostitute. Like $100?
Hold on.
So
Many things wrong with this
So
story.
many things, because then this is what happened. I was doomed from that point on because every time I'd hang out with a guy, I would check my shoe after, and I'm like, he's not the one. Get you a man that's going to pay you like a cheap hooker.
Dare.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You have to sing Let It Go in a public area and act out like you're in a Disney movie.
We can do that.
We can.
Where are we going to
Oh,
go?
are we doing it? You're on my. Of course, you're on my team.
No.
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 You already said it. You gotta do it with me. I only have one nipple pad. It's so cold. Let it go. Can't hold him back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Turn away and slam that door. Here I am, and here I'll stay. Let the storm rage Did you like that? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Excited. I'm scared. I'm tired. I'm
I don't want to
excited.
do this anymore.
Excited, scared, excited. Mainly excited.
Why? Twerking in Trader Joe's.
Oh my god, yes! You guys! This is gonna be amazing because I just put out a video
Well, hold
of me
on.
twerking in the frozen section.
I know, and I probably shouldn't.
Triggered. She's triggered, and I love it.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm getting my booty ready. Booty tight. Booty right. There's a dog. I feel bad. There's a dog. Am I getting paid for this show?
No, you're not.
Good. Great.
We don't have a budget for that. Actually, I was gonna have you. You didn't eat a lot of the snacks, right? Because we can't.
There's no crafty. This is not, again.
There's
this
no
is-
craft service.
SAG needs to come here because this is not union working.
Sponsored.
This one has to involve me getting wet, and it is Valentine's Day.
You're like my inner dialogue, but you just say it. I love it.
I know. I'm trying to be better at that.
No, don't be.
Okay, but this
Don't
one,
be.
I
Let
have,
your
I
hair
have a problem with this one.
fully down.
Do I need to verbalize it?
Yeah, verbalize what it is, because all I heard was you're getting wet for.
I'm supposed to go in the pool.
So it's is it a
pool.
polar bear plunge?
Yeah, it's a polar bear punch. It's happening.
Oh, you're gonna do it. It's gonna be so fast. We have towels. Okay, I'm so proud of you right now. She's an ideal guest, y'all. Okay, 1, 2. I can't. 3. Oh my god. 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 It's so cold. No! Oh my god! You come! No! My shoes are on! Oh, this whole thing?
Oh, this whole thing.
Oh, this whole thing. Landed late night.
Late night.
Just, you know. Guys, I got a new episode coming out every week, 8 p.m. Tuesdays.
Subscribe!
Yeah, you can freaking come co-host with me literally every episode.
Please, every
That would
day.
be
I would love to.
We just have our own. We don't even bring people on. It's just us two,
It's
like
just
just
us.
bantering. That's like there it is. There's the next idea.
That would be great, actually.
That would be really fun.
People would definitely not watch, but it would be fun.
No, people would watch for sure.
Okay.
Obviously. All right. Landed late night, bitches. Cheers, me mama. Woo!